primary ignition.
What's up, guys? I'm Emily Swallow. If you're looking at this, you're watching the Virtual Cantina Network. This is the way.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Happy
Playing
Monday,
the part
Rebels.
of Ashley tonight will be Skip, and playing the part of Skip will be Ashley.
Oh, there we go. Happy Monday, Rebels. Yeah, it's all good. We're just working out the weekend kicks. You know how it is.
Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
Oh.
Hi, Nathan. Ooh.
And I forgot to
Kicking it
turn
off
my
early.
phone off. I was like, oops.
Nice to see you guys in the chat. Welcome back, Jason. Good to see you.
Hello there, Jason.
So, playing the part of Mark tonight will be our buddy Skip. Mark has basically caught the plague that has been going around, the intergalactic plague that we've all been suffering from. So, we hope he feels better soon.
That was me the other night, but I think mine was food poisoning. I went out to.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, I went out. My Bridget was. She'd kind of left had some leftovers early in the afternoon. Let's call it like about 4 or 5, and I was starting to get hungry. And she was like, "I'm not hungry yet." She goes, "Just go out and get something to eat." So I went to Longhorn and had a steak, a salad, and an asparagus. And I guess the salad didn't get washed good enough. And Saturday was a very dreadful day. Sunday I was much better, but Saturday was very dreadful day.
Hi, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
Oh, Sarah.
And
hi, Sarah.
Spencer.
Sarah, we're glad you're back. Hi,
Daddy's
Spencer.
here checking in on us.
Yeah, making sure we're not losing our mind.
Or being
Can't
crazy.
guarantee anything, but oh well.
So, but what did you do this weekend, Ashley?
I worked. I worked, and it was bananas. Like,
I'm so
full
sorry.
shifts, understaffed. It was just a chaos. And it's ask Spencer. Like, this is like the special drink. Like, everybody's like addicted to this coffee drink. It tastes like melted coffee ice cream. If anybody's ever had coffee ice cream, and it's extra caffeinated, so people will just come in droves. And this is the only place you can get it. And we just had lines out the door all weekend. And I was just like, I'm tired. And I still don't have a day off until Thursday. So, yeah. Yeah, it took me for the win. Spencer drove all the way down to get one and had lunch there while I was working. And, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, no. Sarah got a nond. No. Hi, Chantel. Nice to see you. Yeah, so were you able to catch the eclipse today? I know everybody's talking about it.
Well, we got about I don't know, I'd say about 75, 80%, what do they call it? The blockage or, yeah. And Bridget had gone out and gotten some of the glasses. And I was actually on a job site and I could tell that it was coming because, it would feel like it was cloudy. But I could see actually shadows casting, like I was looking at this fence that was cast on the ground, and I was like, "Ooh!" So I did get home and got like the last probably 25-30% of it, and at first I got home and the clouds were all obscuring the sky, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm gonna miss it."
No.
Which I did see it 7 years ago because we actually got a total eclipse 7 years ago. But I got out and I got my welding helmet. In the mail, my glasses, and looked up there, and it was probably about 35% still obscured, and I was like, "Cool, I saw it."
Oh wow!
It feels so better.
One of our awesome customers came in with a pair of the official like eclipse sunglasses, and she gave them to us, and we all one at a time went out back, and my coworker put the glasses over his iPhone and took a picture of like the last part of it. So that's like what I got of the eclipse. But
Yeah, I have to.
it's
Now, see, now that you've done it, now I've got to look
oh,
because
Sherry, yeah, because you're in Ohio or Indiana, and the Midwest especially got it. Yeah, that's wild. My,
this was. If I can turn this. There we go. My sister
oh,
sent me this one. She took this
wow.
with an iPhone.
Jeff. A total eclipse in the heart. That's amazing. My friend was also in Southern Ohio, so he was in the totality. He busted out his Moon Knight hot toys and just left the figure in a pose. And then when it went into totality, he took another picture of it, and it looks so cool.
It's always an interesting experience. My horses went into the barn when it occurred. They all went in, and they all got in one. There's my stalls were open, and the barn was open, so they could go in there and get out of the bugs and so forth. And they went in and all climbed into one stall. And the only horse that had her head in, but she couldn't get her body in. And they just put her, and then all of a sudden it passed, and then they came out, and they were like, "Okay, it's all
Oh,
cool."
so they were scared or just
I don't know if they were scared or if they were thinking that it was like, dinner time or something,
nighttime?
but we were all huddled together. So yeah, it might have been
Oh,
creating a little bit of, hey, this is not that something's not right here.
yeah. Wow.
The sky is falling. The sky is falling.
Oh, Sherry says she lives just outside the totality, but drove west to Indiana so she could be in it for a longer time. That's wild. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it's so cool.
It's a stay sit here in middle, hoping just a little to see the Death Star.
What is it? Is it like
Yeah.
20 years until we have another one?
Be old, man. Be very old.
I did see, Jason, I saw a bunch of memes where, you instead of a moon, all of a sudden you'd see it coming out and it was the Death Star. I was like,
Wow.
there we go.
Yeah, we totally were those people. I started singing, "We got a Death Star," and my coworkers just looked at me like, what are you talking about? Because they're all under the age of 20. So
The creativity of Star Wars fans cannot be.
yeah. You can't have intergalactic things happen and people just not lose their mind in Star Wars. 2044 in Montana and North Dakota. Yeah, that's right. That's insane. Oh,
That's kind of
I'll
hard to
be
think about.
almost 61 at that point. Yeah, I'll admit it. I'm old.
So
Damn whippersnappers.
after I recovered on Saturday, I got to go out and play. I went down to Greenville, South Carolina, which is a little over an hour away from me.
Oh, cool.
And they had the South Carolina Comic-Con, and
Oh, how was that?
it was good. It's a small con. William Shatner was there. Lou Diamond Phillips was there.
Wow.
Ashley was there. Ashley Eckstein and James Arnold Taylor were there, and I got to see them. And I said to Ashley, it was kind of funny. I'm standing in line, and I'm just kind of looking through my phone, and there's these two young guys that are next to me. One of them told me, he goes, "I just turned 20," and I said, "Well, have you ever met Ashley before?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "You guys, have you?" And I said, "Yeah, a few times." I said, enough that she will probably remember my name when I come up to her. And he's like, "Oh, wow." Because I didn't expect, I guess he must have seen her somewhere else. He goes, "I didn't expect her to look like that." I said, and I'm thinking, what does he mean? And I'm like, well, she is 40. And he goes, "Yeah, but she looks so much younger." And I was like, oh, he's enamored with Ashley.
Aww,
So I get up there. I said, "Ashley." I said, "Ashley, you got to really spend some time with these guys." But I told her, I said, "I was surprised you do these small cons." She goes, "Oh, I love to do the small cons because you get to spend more time with people and talk to them." And she goes, most of the people that she saw on Saturday and then on Sunday, she said, were first-time visitors that she had never seen before. She has so many people that come see her over and over again. And she goes, most of these people have never seen me before. I've never had a chance to interact with them. So she kind of liked that aspect
and
of
she
it.
has the photographic memory.
Oh my God, she's
She's
crazy
got a
with
really
that.
great memory.
But after I did my my autographs, I got my 330 seconds. Is that how you say that? Bucket autographed by her and by James. Then I went walking around. I'm like, okay, and I went by the 501st and saw them, and then I ran across this item.
Pew pew
Pew.
pew.
Out of
Look at it.
the Blaster Factory, blasterfactory.com, and it was heavily reduced due to the fact that it was con time. Like you could buy this for about 40% less than what you could buy it online, and I was like,
That is rad.
I so really didn't want to do that, but I looked at them and I said, I really hate all of you right now. You know, there's a few people sitting there.
Just
They were
so
laughing.
you know.
I said, I was going to like go home and think about it, and then you tell me this. I said, oh, I'm done.
You know, I'm going
It's
to buy
over.
this, but I'm going to be begrudging about it.
Yeah, I'm going to be very unhappy with you because I bought this. So it was a good
yeah.
weekend in the long run.
Good. Yeah. I did see Ghostbusters Frozen Empire finally, and I enjoyed it, though there were a lot of things that were in the trailer that weren't in the actual movie. It was
I
good.
hate when that happens.
Yeah, it was good, but
I'm a little bit behind on Ghostbusters, and I keep going, I need to watch that sometime. But
so I'm gonna rank this for me personally. Mind you, this is not something I'm going to debate about. It's just how I feel, because I saw Ghostbusters 2 first before I saw Ghostbusters 1, because I was a year old when Ghostbusters 1 came out. So I rank it Ghostbusters 2, Afterlife, Ghostbusters 1, and Frozen Empire. While it was good, it just kind of felt like overstuffed. Like the cast was overstuffed.
too much fan service?
No, because Ghostbusters is all about fan service. Like whether or not, from the beginning, it's been about fan service. And honestly,
you knew Dave was going to go through it.
Yeah, Dave. I mean, I agree with you. Do we need podcasts to come back? No. Did we need Lucky to be there? No. But, I wish it just kept it like the Spanglers and Gary and then the main Ghostbusters. And there's another character that I can't divulge right now, but for those who haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it. But that character could have been kept in there, and that would have been fine. But I didn't feel like they needed to bring Lucky and podcast back for this one.
Not necessary.
Yeah, but honestly, it doesn't deserve the hate. It's good. I wouldn't rank it up there with my favorites, but it's better than the 2016 Ghostbusters. No, Spencer, do not. Yeah, okay. All right. Patton
Spoiler
Oswalt.
alert, Spencer. Spoiler alert.
No. Spencer. Dave. Basically, Patton was just there to give them information, but I felt like maybe Ray could have looked that up because he is an occult bookseller. He could have done it. So, yeah, I maybe agree. Yeah. It's a whole thing. But
Spencer's being our own personal clickbait. What?
People are like looking it up like, what? No. But I really felt Afterlife had a ton of heart. And, yeah. Again, some characters didn't need to be there. But
I remember watching those movies when they came out. I'm the old man in the group.
It's okay. I was 6 when Ghostbusters 2 came out, and I was like, my favorite. I loved the real Ghostbusters cartoon. That was the first thing I fell in love with. And then Ghostbusters 2 came out, and I was like, I need to see this. All my friends had the toys. I was so jealous. My parents wouldn't buy me the toys. So I just went over to their houses and played with their firehouses and their proton packs. And now I have the HasLab one sitting in the other room. So that's great. Well, first one was 1984, Sherry. So wow. I was fun.
I was a sophomore in high school.
Oh, no.
Graduated in 1986.
When I was 3.
Ow.
Sorry.
Pull the knife out of
Sherry was 24, so she gets it. But yeah, that was fun. I took Alan to see that, and that was how I spent my day off on Thursday.
There you go.
Yeah,
so
Frozen.
You got a little movie in. Enjoyed yourself.
Frozen Empire should have been the Sam Hain episode of RGB. Yeah. There are
now
things I
talking
agree
about
with you
toys. If you want to see toys, come out Tuesday for the Zoom chat, and then look in Dave's, back here where I've got Amazon boxes right now because we're, if my wife hears me say this, because I told her I was going to blur out the background so she wouldn't see her boxes. We're having to, we're receiving stuff for a project, and so they seem to have made it into my office somehow.
Oh, out of sight, out of mind. Let's put it in Skip's office. Yeah.
Here's a good place to shove it. And I'm like, yeah, I got to do the show tonight. And she goes, look at that stuff in the background. You're not going to let them see it. And I'm like, no, honey, I'm not going to let them
bed
see
behind me. I mean, come on. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sherry, I say this all the time, but that's Sherry's bed behind me. When she came for the party in October, that's a Murphy bed, and it pulls down. And
cool.
This is actually where Sherry slept while she was here.
Yeah. That's so cool. Dave's room looks like a booth at Celebration. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm still setting up my office in the room next door. So I've got like shelves set up, but I haven't had anything unpacked. And I'm just trying to work more furniture out so I can put more furniture in and just make it my own. So as soon as I do, I'll start broadcasting from in there. But
there you go.
Today is a very cool day. It is the second anniversary of when we announced Rebels Revisited. So we've been doing this show for June 6th will be 2 years. And it's just like, we've had a lot to talk about. 2 years.
Yeah. Well, there's 4 seasons and some really good stuff. And then the best of, The Inquisitor. I remember that episode.
So fun. So I know, Sarah, losing my mind. 2 whole years. Spencer, get out. Spencer says no, it's Rex Manning Day. I know. I'm killing it on my nerd cred today by not recognizing Rex Manning Day. But if you don't know about Rex Manning Day, please go watch Empire Records immediately, starring Liv Tyler. It's amazing. It's so fun. Typical 90s movie. Fashion, everything, music. So yeah, that was when we announced it, and it's exciting. We've had a lot happen.
The 90s were like the good old days to me.
Yeah, same.
I enjoyed the 90s. My wife keeps on talking about the big the big shoulder pads,
Oh my God, I know. My mom would make me wear dresses with those stitched in, and I'd just rip them out. As a kid, like you'd wear dresses to church. It's Easter Sunday, and you look like you played football for the New York Giants, and you just unacceptable, ripping that out. Yeah, 90s rock. That's still on my playlist. Like just anything from the 90s, like Screaming Trees, Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Pearl Jam. It's all on my phone. So,
see, to me. I'm going to show my age, but I'm a 70s rock kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, there's good stuff in the 70s, too. I'm a big fan of
Aerosmith, the Stones, Springsteen. I was just,
Journey.
The good old days. Journey. Oh, my gosh, Journey.
Love Journey. I ran into Steve Perry, actually. The first time I went to San Francisco, I was at Amoeba Music on Haight Street, and he was in there looking through the vinyl, and I was just like I completely lost it. Like,
yeah, Sherry's with me. She's old like I am. The 70s music rock foreigner.
Skip will sing at Buddha. He's gonna hold you to that, so be careful.
Jukebox Hero, yeah, get me the Jukebox Hero and
Sherry, if you haven't downloaded yet, download on your phone. I don't know if you have Apple Music or Spotify or whatever. Download the DGs, not the BGs, the DGs. It is the Foo Fighters playing covers of the Bee Gees, and it's Dave Grohl in full falsetto. It's hilarious, and it works. It's so great. So make sure you listen.
My
to that.
wife loves the Bee Gees.
Oh, then you should listen to that. That would be amazing.
I'll come into the house and I'll be like, oh, she's listening to the Bee Gees again.
Just accept it. It's
Yes.
ABBA too.
Walking
Okay.
around going, "Hey Google, stop."
What?
Oops. My phone
No.
starts paying attention to me.
That's funny. It's like, no, don't talk to me. Where are you?
The DG's roll.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, so that's the album. It's called Hail
DG.
Satin.
I will have to give that to, or get that and show it to Bridget. Hey Bridget, listen to
Yeah.
this.
Oh my God, Sherry, it's amazing.
Have you,
Basically, hold on 1 second.
do you do Audible, Ashley?
Yes.
I spend a lot of time in my truck, so instead of listening to music, because I was a DJ for years, it kind of becomes white noise in the background. I'll listen to books instead of listening to music, and Dave Grohl's book, which was kind of cool because he voiced that. So it feels like you're driving around with Dave sitting in the passenger seat telling you his life story. That's so cool.
My mom is 75, and when I would come home for doctor's appointments and stuff when I lived in Ohio, I would listen to it, like especially during the last year I was there, and she'd be like, "Oh, can we listen to that drummer guy? Like read his book again? His voice is so soothing." I'm like, okay.
Hey Dave, my grandmother thinks your voice is very smoothing.
Yeah. Oh my God. So they cover You Should Be Dancing, Night Fever, Tragedy, Shadow Dancing, and More Than a Woman. But they do it seriously. It's not. It's
not
a,
they're not playing. They're really trying to do it.
And then they play 5 songs of their own, but it's like live. So it's Making a Fire, Shame, Shame, Waiting on a War, No Son of Mine, and Cloud Spotter. So
Cool.
some stuff off the newer album at the time. So yeah,
Excellent.
check that out. So we have a big bit of news for our Bunta guests announced today. We have Hal Hickel, the legendary Hal Hickel, joining us on August 1st at Bunta Eve at Legends 3-2 in San Francisco for creators of the Star Wars universe. So make sure you get your tickets for the family vacation. There are
less than 20.
Yep, less than 20, even less than 15 available. So make sure you guys get that so you can join and meet these fantastic guests, because we have so many cool people coming to this. Oscar winner Hal Hickel.
Yes.
Say. Thank you, Dave.
Spencer's not gonna. Oh, Dave. I'm sorry. I looked down for a second. Thought, is Spencer making sure we get all this right? But no, it's Dave.
It's Dave. Dave's like,
Dave's like, I see you. Let's get you right. Yes, 14 is less than 20, and that might be how many tickets might be left. So tell all your friends now.
Yeah, don't miss it. You get a really sweet T-shirt. If you are already going and you've pre-ordered the racer, it looks amazing. Joanna did a great job making sure that was pulled together. Check out this fantastic shirt. Like, amazing. So Tour de California.
Don't wake up later in August and have FOMO. No FOMO is allowed here.
The racer isn't currently 100% accurate, unfortunately, but the t-shirt definitely is. So
sweet.
That's all right. Whatever it looks like, it will be wonderful, and we will wear it with great pride.
So when you buy your ticket, you get that T-shirt. So make sure you get your hands on that. So many awesome guests are going. We have Nelson Lee, Senator Shiono from Ahsoka, Chopper's Worst Nightmare, or vice versa. We have, Pam Riddle and Warren Prue Jr. attending. We also have Lauren Mary Kim and Michelle Lee, stunt double for Ahsoka, Casca, the armor, mocap for Ahsoka, absolute badass queens. Heroes of the Filoniverse going to be at Bunta Eve Special Edition. Make sure you get to Scum and Villainy for that one and join everybody. That's where they'll be. we also have another one with Mark Anthony Austin joining them at skipping it, the Galaxy's Most Wanted. So he's our bounty hunter. He's going to be at Biggs in Fullerton, California.
Just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the
Yeah.
announcements for that one. So
Yeah, there's some big people going to be coming to that. And as we just said, Oscar winner Hal Hickel is going to be there on August 1st at Legends 32 for creators of the Star Wars universe in San Francisco. More to come? You betcha.
No FOMO. No FOMO.
No FOMO. You've been warned. It's coming. Be like Skip. Hashtag.
I'm never going to live that down.
Yep. Pretty much. So I still have to catch up on the Bad Batch this week. Like I watched the first episode, but I didn't watch the second episode because my nighttime meds were kicking in, so I could sleep and not have my ribs hurt. So who made this? This is brilliant.
Soon to be out in the T Public library.
Oh my god, I can't laugh because my ribs hurt, but that's amazing.
I have to get that as a shirt and then wear it in front of my wife so I can get the
side eye. But yeah, she needs to wear it. It's so funny. Oh my god, that's perfect.
Yes,
So,
this is the problem with having friends who are quite creative.
Yeah.
And don't ever let your truck go on a ride on its own and end up on its side, because all of a sudden you will have Benny Hill music. And yeah. I remember I'm in here and they go, oh yeah, we've got this thing. And I'm looking at it and all of a sudden I'm looking at it and I'm like, Bridget, I know where you guys got that video. And all of a sudden my wife's head pokes in. Yes. I'm like, please.
Causing trouble. Oh my god. It's amazing.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
My truck came over. So.
Yes, but it made a memory. So
yes.
That's what you get for spelling her name wrong.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was doing it really quick.
Oh
I'm not
no.
going to do it. Brigitte. Only I put it Briggitte, and that's. But everybody else spells it wrong too, because they put the DG and they end it with an ET instead of ETTE. She's named for Bridget Bardot, and so it's spelled with a very German spelling.
Naturally. That's awesome. Spencer, that's what she said. Sherry said the last episode of Bad Batch is intense. Okay. Well, glad I didn't try to stay awake as the medicine kicked in, because I would have just been like fighting it and been like, wait, what's happening? Because I pried my eyelids open.
Are we getting 1 or 2 episodes this week? Jeff will know the answer to this.
I think just one.
Last
week was 2.
I don't think there's any more sets of 2.
Yeah, because we only have 4 episodes left.
Yeah, and the final episode will be longer than the average, so it'll be more like a double episode. But
so 2 episodes left?
4.
4.
We have 12 is the watch along this week and the after show, and then so on and so forth for the next however many weeks.
Yeah, not ready, you guys. So we had an interesting discussion in the chat, our Rebels daughters chat, whether or not that assassin is Tech in disguise.
Yeah, I've been hearing that.
Or a clone of Crosshair.
I get more of a Crosshair vibe than I do a Tech vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that kind of that low Southern kind of
that nerdy chats.
Yeah, that very Crosshair kind of. Where he goes for that voice, I do not know.
Dark, snaky place.
We will see. And then it'll be over. And then we'll just have to start all over again. Then we'll have Bad Batch revisited.
I'm not ready. But what did you think of the Tales of the Empire trailer that we got?
I am very excited for it.
Big time.
Origin stories are always fun. Okay, now we understand them a little bit better. Like the whole, everybody wanted to make a bad vibe about Ahsoka being able to defeat them in the 7th season when the clones are all going after her with their blasters, and she's just, and it's like now we have a backstory that explains why she could do that. And if you don't think that Filoni had that somewhere in the mix all along, you do not have faith in the creator that much.
Right.
Just saying.
I'm really excited because Barris is Mark's girl. Like Mark will sing the praises of Barris Offby, Jamie too, till the cows come home, and the fact that we get to see essentially the fall of Barris Offby and her becoming an Inquisitor and meeting Vader and being trained by the Grand Inquisitor himself. It's shocking, and it's like, ooh, okay, now we finally know what happens to her.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, she's her. It was like, and that makes so much sense. That's a great way for her to go. It's sometimes you see these stories and you're like, no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. That doesn't look like what I imagine it to be. And you saw that and you're like, that's exactly how I would imagine if I'd thought about it.
Now, what scares me is, are we going to see her trapping Luminara unduly? Or like attacking Luminara unduly so they can use her body to like
her bones.
blur.
They got a bone somewhere.
Yeah, so that I don't know, man. I'm feeling a certain kind of icky way about that. But I really am totally excited about that. And Morgan Elsbeth, the Queen, Diana Lee Inosanto, coming back to voice Morgan, and we get her backstory with the Night Sisters. Her as a descendant of Death Bear. I'm sorry?
You can't have too much Night Sisters.
Oh, no way. No way. And it's just her getting the Beskar spear and taking over as magistrate. How she got there. Telling you.
Some good stuff.
4th. It's going to be great.
Good stuff.
Yes. Sherry says it was always speculated that she may become an Inquisitor, meaning Barris, and that she's so glad we get more with Elsbeth. So that's cool. It's just been a good week. We get all this great Star Wars content. Season of the Force has happened. Jeff got some cool stuff. Jamie got some cool stuff. Mike got some cool stuff. Yeah.
It's a cool stuff kind of weekend.
It's a cool stuff kind of time. And a few of you got to go on Star Tours and check out the new stuff.
Lots
what
of
did you think of it?
Fun elements. I was a little disappointed that it wasn't just like, here's everything all at once, see what you get kind of thing.
Yeah.
It ended up being more like, okay, here is an addition to the lineup, but not, like if you've been on Star Tours, you know that it's like basically 2 or 3 main scenes that take place likely on very different worlds at very different times in the Star Wars saga, as it were. And so you could jump from, prequel to sequel to original trilogy, whatever. But instead of adding, whatever elements they're adding, I don't know how much they're adding. That's the problem as well. They talked about adding Ahsoka show elements, Mando show elements, and Andor show elements. So what John, Mike, and I ended up getting on our, I believe it was 7 trips.
Wow.
On Friday was
how many duplicates?
Oh, lots. So the first 3 rides were exactly the same, which is a little bit of a bummer.
Yeah, that's not fair. And,
there's supposed to be at least 3 new fresh elements in a few different spots, right? We were expecting. So, it may have been where we were positioned in terms of how many cars they have and how they do it that way. I don't have no idea how the randomness works. So what we ended up getting, which I love, is the started with the pod racer. Oh, also the very, very beginning when you're leaving the hangar of whatever ship you're on, and you get like they stop you for the rebel spy thing. That part got altered, so we ended up getting, that's like another element that actually did have an update in it. But our first rides, it was the Falcon in the hangar, and you follow the Falcon out, and then that turned into pod racing, and then our holographic transmission for the first 3 runs was a lot of fun and very cool, depending on where you are in the the cabin. Our first ride, we were front row center, literally. So this hologram was very much, a little bit more poignant. But it's Grogu sitting on Mando's lap, and Grogu's like playing with either he's floating the frog with the Force, or they're in anti-gravity, and the frog is sort of floating around in front of him, and it starts to drift more towards the audience, towards the camera.
Cute.
And then he sucks it back into his mouth.
Okay.
And then, that's not where it ends. I'll let you experience it yourself. It was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
So that was what we got for that part. And then from there, we moved into the new, technically ride footage, right? So that was a new hologram, which I knew they were going to do that because that's easy. You can put in those characters, any number of extra characters even, to give that message, right? And a lot of them can be very poignant. I was thinking, instead of the named characters for the shows, in a lot of senses, we might get peripheral characters like Hera and stuff. But anyway, so for the next part, we move on to the planet. What is it? Planet Cetos, wherever the Purgles are. And the little space battle with Ahsoka and Shin Hati takes place. We float out of so we end up on clouds, and come out, and we're amongst the basically the Purgles are entering into the shot through the clouds that are around there. So at first you're not sure where you are, especially if you haven't, not at that deep understanding of what was going on, that our Star Wars geeks do in terms of Star Wars stuff. But you come out and you're in the midst of the Purgles, and then you start to get kind of taken up by the sort of the dogfight that Ahsoka and the others were having. And it's a lot of fun whipping around the Purgles, and things happen that you're like, okay, why did that happen? And it's obviously based on what has happened in the show already. So certain things may have changed, or may have been different. Well, it may have been a different outcome for like a part of a scene if it was a different outcome in the show, but or if the show was already technically over. So anyway, so that was fun. And then they just ended ours. Every ride we got the basic whatever the ship is that's in like orbit around some planet, and you come in and just go into to the hangar and land. And then that was 3 of our 7 rides. That was a huge chunk, and it was like the first 3. And then we ended up coming back a few times because we sort of meandered into the rest of the park and did rides and stuff. But we ended up ultimately getting, I think the next ride was Hoth at the beginning, and the hologram was Andor, which is pretty cool because you're sitting and you see this, like, it's almost like an alleyway, one of those seedy alleys in in Rogue One. And you see this character coming up with a hood on, and then he reveals himself and gives you the spiel about helping.
Yeah, Jamie was upset she didn't get him. She's like, I miss my Cassian.
It's pretty cool. It's a good use of him. And then that one ended with the Purgles as well. And
Wow.
then so then we got I think we got Hoth again, but I don't know if we got Hoth with Andor or if we got Hoth with Ahsoka. But then the next hologram was Ahsoka, and she's sitting or standing in front of like the stairs to her ship in the background. You see Hu Yang come walking out in the background.
Who
So that
yay?
was kind of fun. And anyway, so we're cutting way into the watch time, but that's okay. So basically, it was those 3 holograms,
That's cool.
and our final ride we got Kashyyyk, so that was the one main difference.
That's the
So
one I always get.
Tatooine, Hoth, and Kashyyyk, and then we were able to get at least 2 or 3 of all 3 of the different holograms, so that was cool. And then we got Purgle Overload, which I didn't mind. It was fun. I
Is
would
that
have
a
really
thing?
would have really liked to have seen
Girls?
if I could have seen any other new scenes. That would have really been ideal, but it is what it is.
Right.
So then I
That's
bought
really
a
cool,
cool Star Tours hoodie.
Yes.
Got the last XXL for the day. Unfortunately, I don't like the way that people were obviously snatching them up, because we were in there by like 9 a.m. and it was no mediums, no larges, no extra larges, no double X's. There was tons of extra smalls, and there was tons of triple XL. That's a lot of fun. So anyways, but I got mine, so I was happy, and I like it. It's nice and warm. It may not be exactly cast member accurate, but it's a cool it's very bright. I'm not used to wearing that bright of a color, but it'll be a good park
Yeah, but there's black on there. It's fine.
Yeah, but it'll be a good hoodie for park visits and stuff, so
Absolutely.
But
yeah, especially if you love Star Tours.
I got to see the little BDX droids. That was probably the highlight of the day.
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Although I did miss we did miss Sabine. We ran across Ahsoka, but no Sabine, and saw the BDX droids. Thankfully, I was almost going to walk right past them because they were in the corral element of the speeder bay. And people were just sort of standing there looking. We're like, what they're looking at? And then we had to go over and see. It's like, oh, crap.
Bees!
So we went to Oga's and drank drinks from the Starliner.
Oh,
there we go. Always good to go to Oga's and get a few drinks in.
Got the one that you pour the little tube of extra spiciness in the little orb glass. So that was kind of cool.
Did you get to keep the orb glass?
You can buy it that way. You can buy it without if you want. But
just a tip, I have a friend who said that they are saying that they're new, but they're clearly used on the Starliner and they need to be rewatched. So
they're very nasty. So what we did was we thought about Mike thought about the idea of maybe they were broken, damaged, something, because he got a chipped one when he was served a drink. So having a one that was served to him had a little tiny little chip in the rim. Actually be damaged. Good idea to check the rest of them, right? So when we got the boxes for the drinks we had purchased after we had settled up, we went through them all multiple times, and actually John returned or had the poor bartender go back 2 or 3 times to get another one to make sure it wasn't in the condition of the previous one. So they claim that they were just like stored funny or something, but they were they told us they had to clean them, but they didn't do a real good job of doing that.
Just saying.
The glass I got is really cool. It has a metal pedestal that it's a round, fully round orb glass it sits on, and then they have that like undertone kind of like color change thing in there, which makes it even trippier.
Oh,
but
that's so cool.
They are dirty, and I will clean it many times probably before I use it.
Super dishwasher.
Well, it's been on the crawler.
The Chandrilla.
It's a Chandrilla. All right,
you mean it got returned on the crawler? Yeah. Time to start.
It looks like something that came off of the Tonight Show, the crawler.
Yes, the Crawler Commandeers. So make sure you queue up your Disney Plus right now.
Yes.
Season 4, Episode 8, Crawler Commandeers. The Ghost Crew is going to commandeer a mining vehicle. So Queue up your Disney Plus. And Jeff, get that countdown started, please. Like, I nailed it today. Top base.
Yeah, it's always cool to be close to the actual timer. Even for me, it's hard to do sometimes.
Yeah. Oh. Trying to get the signal out from the other side of the planet. Protected by the love wolves, as you remember. We get Ryder Azadi in this episode. Oh, you're back. Ahsoka wants to watch the show. I haven't seen her all day, and she just like jumps up and hits me with her paws. Like,
Okay, we're watching Rebels. Of course, I'm back.
watching my show, woman.
She's got good taste.
Yeah, she does. This is weird because they were like stranded there, and it's got all these weird markings on the cave walls, and clearly they're on the other side of the fall.
Yeah, away from all their, what I find is the one thing I found that was a little interesting is, hold on, where'd the radio come from? Since they kind of came with nothing to get here.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
hey.
they might have found it, but this makes me sad. This really makes me sad because the episode we did the last time I was on, where all the fields are burnt, it just the Empire likes to ruin resources.
Such a in the Ahsoka novel, everything is being used up by the Empire. It's just a constant, steady,
And there she is.
There we go.
Mon Mothma and General Dodonna.
Here comes the OG.
I love that Hera is like at home with these great leaders. Like, she's a part of it, and I love it.
She's been in it and doing it for such a long time.
Yes, Sarah says we all love the Ahsoka novel in this house. Absolutely. It's Basil Oregano. Bill Organa.
On a side note, I really appreciated how Filoni tried to tie that novel in, even though he couldn't do it perfectly. At least he tried.
Yeah, absolutely. So much smoke.
And just the dread of ruin.
If I were Ezra, I would be so angry. So angry. Like, this is your home.
One of my least favorite characters of all through Rebels is in this episode.
Vizago?
No, I love him. The captain of this vessel.
Oh, the little rat fink guy.
Yeah, he just aggravated the piss out of me.
Yeah. Security droids? What security droids? Pew.
Not very tight security droids. This thing is huge.
Absolutely.
Well, the monstrosity is a monster after all.
I forgot how much I didn't like this guy.
Yeah.
Salamander, bro.
Yeah.
Seb, you didn't even have to take the things off. Just pick him up and throw him out. Ugh.
All right.
Really, Seb? You're gonna let this little rat? Yes,
Well,
Ezra.
he's the evil Ezra. Remember the first episode where Ezra, they lock Zeb locks up Ezra and Ezra
Yeah.
escapes. I mean, this is the evil Ezra. What do they do? Lock him up, and what happens? He escapes.
You learned nothing. Ezra, I'm deeply ashamed of you. Zeb's holding his mouth shut, and it's still not working.
It's just
It's like,
you're never gonna stop him. I love this. Okay, let me get my little.
the impersonation just kills me every time.
You sound different. Yes.
You think?
Just a little bit. Oh, yeah. And they can't, they couldn't have taken him into a different room by now.
Yeah, nobody? Anybody?
Yeah. You could have done that a few minutes ago.
You think?
I just don't like him.
Yeah, Captain Seavor, voiced by Seth Green.
Oh, well, there would be the reason. Seth is great at making you dislike him.
Yeah. So when Mark and I did Rhode Island Comic Con, he got to meet Seth Green. He had him sign it as Toto 360 and the captain.
Great. Now Dave is going, oh, Skip, that's just somebody else you got to add to your poster.
Hey, Mark did it. Just saying.
Yes. And somewhere along the line is, well, if Mark jumped in off the cliff, would you do it too?
He wouldn't want to jump off of it. There's too much cool Star Wars stuff going in there.
Yes.
Which he'll get to as soon as he's feeling better.
Yeah, as soon as I can get Dave Filoni to autograph it as Chopper.
That's like, okay, so like I have technically 3 pieces of art in Dave Filoni's house right now. Like my friend Ann bought a Chopper sketch cover for me at Celebration 2019 and the Trapper Wolf / Carson Teva sketchbook tops card artist proof that I had. So like they have my art in their house. It's really
is it there because he bought it, or is he there?
Yeah, and got it from me, and it was just really sweet of her to do so. So she brought little Dave. She had a little Dave action figure that a fan made for her at Celebration Chicago, and she brought him by the booth, and he was he has Ann on his boot instead of Andy. It's really cute.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's boy Vizago. That whip is so cool.
And I keep resisting the urge. Like if you go to my Amazon, Kanan's lightsaber is in there, and I keep resisting to press the purchase button, the buy.
You have it like, is it like a Saber Guild one, or is it from the Disney parks?
The Disney parks.
I recommend it. I have it. It's pretty amazing.
Oh yeah. I was down there with on Spencer's 47th birthday, and I saw it down there, and I held it, and I was like, ooh. And so it's just one of those ones that no, I will not buy it now. I will not buy it. One day I'm going to go, oops, I accidentally bought
Just
it.
so you know, Ezra's lightsaber is 30% off right now in the parks.
I really don't. Oh, well, see, that's great because I'm not going to be in the parks anytime soon.
Yes, but if you need people to get it for you, good. It's fine. See,
I do have
this episode
I do
just
have my
stresses.
Ventress.
There you go. This episode just stresses me out because it's just like brawls on the side
Oh
of
yeah,
this giant crawler.
and poor Zeb is getting his rear end handed to him
Oh my god, yes.
by
This
the
is like the
Trandoshan.
scaredest I've been. I was like, no, they wouldn't kill off a main character. You know.
Excuse me.
I didn't know they would do that in a few short episodes. It's like, come
Yeah.
on.
It doesn't get any bigger than Kanan.
Nope. Yeah, get a snuggler, Dave says. Mike is a good one. Yes, thank you, Jeff. At least there are guardrails out there. Something that the Empire doesn't entirely believe in, but the Mining Guild does. Just saying. Okay, this light whip thing is crazy. Like, I don't want you to die. I just want to knock you out.
I just want to bash your head in for. Ooh.
Oh no.
All gone.
Kanan to the rescue. Gonna lift a big Lasat up over here.
Notice he didn't use the Force.
Yeah. And the Mining Guild is happy.
I love the fact he goes, I knew you would come rescue me. And then but you're not here for me.
Yay. Ugh. It cracks me up because Chopper is clearly a war criminal and they let him hang out with him on
In all the ways that count.
I love the texture in the show, like the texture of the clothing, the skin,
Yeah,
the different materials. So good.
I mean, you take the story out of it. You know, they took the time to put the details into the animation, which is really excellent. Just like, come on, we need to do this.
Quit being wishy-washy. We gotta do this.
Fuck.
Aww.
I'm so crushed.
Dude, they're getting you out of here either way.
Yeah.
Just know that.
Even though Vizago started off as a really creepy bad guy, I really enjoy his character.
Jeff says, Chopper erases crimes from the system many rotations ago.
He has the death sentence in 12 systems.
Mm-hmm. Gonna be taken offline. Oh, here they come.
I love
Except,
the fact that he kept the light whip. Oh, let me keep this.
Yeah. He's like, what the hell?
Hey, look at all the pigmentation on his skin and shirt and stuff like that.
The dirt, the grime.
A lot of real life.
Yeah. Look at Zeb standing back there all sassy. Look at sassy Zeb. Hands on the hips.
With his new prized possession, the light whip. And his hand pulls up right as the door closes. Oh, and he's knocked out.
Crap, they're landing. Oh no. These bucketheads don't know any better anyway, so.
They're stormtroopers.
Always a plot.
And here it comes.
I know, dummies.
Gone. I mean, yeah, do a couple hours. Come on, let's go look at it now.
Oh, go take a look. Those things have great vertical takeoff for such small pieces of aircraft.
Oh, yeah.
Zago, you're a pirate. You're not used to lying to people. Like, come on, dude.
Once a scoundrel, always a scoundrel.
Yeah, but the fact that he's like freaking out, it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Oh no. Sabine's ready to punch him.
Sabotage. There's always sabotage.
Always.
And you know what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's going in the shafts. I wonder who.
A small guy. Come on. Come on, small guy. Get in the shaft.
Yep. Here we go. It's time. You know where we found you?
Ugh.
Told you he's evil Ezra.
Evil Ezra.
You know, he's gotten loose through the ventilation shafts. You know, just like Ezra did. He escapes. You know, they can't keep him caught.
Ah, Spencer. Yep. Yep. That's some kids just never grow up, Sarah.
He's just dreading that he's going to have to go into the ventilation shaft again.
He's like a salamander dude. You just fought Rook. You should know about people jumping out at you. Oh, bye-bye.
The lightsaber killed him, just a different way.
Oops. Here you go. He's like, yeah, I'm so glad I didn't actually have to kill someone.
My evil doppelganger, or doppelganger. However you say that.
Dave's like, come out to the coast. We'll have a few laughs.
Yeah. That's with the Bic lighter in the ventilation shaft.
The art of letting it happen. Exactly, Sarah. You nailed it.
Dead on.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of that the pen is mightier than the sword line from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. It's like it wasn't a direct stab to the heart with the lightsaber, but the lightsaber still got him. Vizago's got a new ship to captain.
Yeah. All right. Yay. That's a good episode.
I remember it with this like aggravation, but then after you watch it again, it's like, okay, it was kind of cute, funny, you look
get to
at
relax.
it.
The stakes were this high.
Yeah, the first time you're like just so frustrated with that captain. I mean, he's nobody can seem to capture him. Nobody can keep him from talking. Nobody can keep him locked up.
He's in the
But then,
vents. It's so annoying.
Yeah, he's just like, I hate that guy. And then slips on a lightsaber and falls into the fiery pit of hell. Worked for me. I like that episode. He dies.
The fact that Ezra was kind of okay with it. He's like, well, I didn't have to do it. Works for me.
The lightsaber did it. It wasn't me.
Yep. So that was Crawler Commandeers. Definitely a cool episode, and again, just like a heist episode, but for a good cause, because it's okay.
It was critical because it's the beginning of, okay, they are coming to free Lothal. They get in touch with Hera. Hera's fighting for the freedom of Lothal. It's like a turning point. They went from being, what are we going to do? We have no weapons. We have this hidden base. We don't know how we got here, and now we've got this huge ship that we can move people and cargo and whatever we need to.
Yeah, and most importantly, stop destroying Lothal.
And was critical to the freedom of Lothal later on.
Absolutely. So yeah, it was a good episode.
I do like it.
Oh my god. I'm scared for that count. Dave says we need a count. How many heist episodes are in Rebels? So we're like gonna have to like go through and break it down. I'm shocked. We should do like a greatest heists.
Or even like Great Escapes. There's a lot of escape episodes too.
Yeah. But it doesn't it's like a catch and grab kind of thing. We should definitely do those like in the future. I know we don't have very many months left in the show, but yeah, definitely like greatest heists and greatest escapes. Those would be fun. So we'll have to see if I can add those to the calendar and do them one night for a watch along or just like a rank.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
And glad everybody was out here. We got Sarah, we got Dave, we got Spencer for a little while. We had Sherry. I don't see her right now, but it's always fun to have all these people join in. Community conversation. Love it.
Absolutely. Sarah's greatest heights and worst gone wrong moments. Oh yeah. Yeah. But they always manage to do it just in the nick of time. And this whole series, you're just like, oh, they're going to pull it off. It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. And then Jedi Knight happens. And nothing is fine ever again. Yeah. Oh, Dave says 2 less than Chopper's kill count. Oh, burn.
2 less.
Oh, she
That's
says
funny.
she's here. Laptop
like
froze.
it.
She's on her phone. So Sharon's here. Yay. Oh, technology.
You gotta love technology.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Make sure, as we said earlier, there are less than 20, like a lot less than 20 tickets remaining for the virtual Cantina family vacation. Yeah, make sure
14.
14. Yeah. So get those as soon as possible if you want to go and cruise through California with the Star Wars Virtual Cantina Network fam. Meet some great guests. Yeah, with Skip, because I'm not going to be able to go, sadly. So just give me the severe. Yes, Skip Ruckle, of course I know him. You'll see that up in our Virtual Cantina TeePublic shop. As a user virtual cantina on TeePublic, where you can get so many cool things right there. You can get our Rebels Are Visited merch. You can get our Daughters of the Galaxy merch, Patriotic, Pride, all kinds of stuff. And freaky force shit, y'all. Right here for Daughters of the Galaxy. Yeah.
I have this
Yang is for the younglings. I need to get that one. Yang forever. Ain't nothing.
Did I tell you, Ashley, I'm going to see him in June?
Oh, David?
Yeah. I'm going to go see Dave Tennant, and I'm going to wear that shirt.
Yes. Oh my God. I need to get one and have him sign it or something. He has to come to a con near here. He did Fan Expo Boston last year, but there was some kind of like family emergency and he could only come on like one day. And he was flying in from the UK and it was just like crazy. So Dave says, go to the Facebook page and enter the contest for a free adult full trip ticket. So all you have to pay for is airfare and accommodations and whatever you spend. And the trip would be taken care of otherwise. So
there we go.
Get on it. Yep. Drawing is April 29th. So you officially have almost 20 days to enter. Don't miss that. Find that link. Comment with your name below to enter. You should get on that. Yeah. And
right away.
Go have fun with everybody. The inside jokes alone in this trip will be amazing. So don't miss it. Skip just had a face of dread. Go over.
I am still the source of numerous inside jokes from 21.
Okay, guys. This year, somebody else is going to be an inside joke.
Yes, somebody else needs to be the rental car joke.
Yeah, he's saved our butts a lot this year, so be nice.
Jeez.
Oh no. Again, I don't know what that means, but Skip's face just says it all. It's fine.
Yeah. Don't take your rental car keys and put them in your pocket and get on the Harry Potter ride at Universal. They generally don't come off the ride.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I lost a pair of my favorite pair of sunglasses and my brand new Convor wood whistle that I bought at the Toy Donna's workshop on the Indiana Jones ride. It just went right out of the Jeep, and I was so sad. Morals of the story: mini backpacks are your friends. Put them in the mini backpack.
Yes. I've learned.
And mini backpacks look good on anybody, male or female. You're not any less of a man if you wear a mini backpack. It holds your stuff. All right, you guys. Well, that's all for this week. We've gone a little bit over, but we had a lot to talk about. So
a little extra of Ashley and Skip is always a good thing.
Absolutely. And we thank you guys so much for joining us. And thank you for covering for Mark, Skip. We always appreciate
Oh,
you.
you're welcome. I love coming out.
Fun. And make sure you get that Skip Ruckle t-shirt once it goes up on TeePublic, so we can all represent the season of Skip. All right.
Yes, Sarah, may the force be with you.
Bye, Sarah, and bye, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow in the Zoom chat. So make sure you get in there and join us. It's going to be fun. May the force be with you.